Hello, welcome to this tutorial. I'm Engineer Musa. For today, we're going to look at an introduction to web development. The key area we're going to look at web frameworks and also the popular framework, which is front-end frameworks, where it's Angular, React, and according to our outline, our objective for today, we're going to look at the basic web application model, and also we're going to look at web development frameworks and languages, and some resources we're going to look at, like web frameworks, popular frameworks, and 10 things to know, Angular, React, and others. And for view tutorial, look at REST, Postman, a code developer tool. We proceed. What are the principles of web design? One, we look at availability. Two, performance. Reliability, scalability, manageability, and cost. And most applications you look at today, they must fall under this, at least more scalable. Like for example, if you look at Facebook, now the number of users now from the previous is different. It's scalable based on what? Users. Okay. Core component of web application. One, look at what? UI, the front end, DOM frameworks, request layer with the web API, backend, database logic. Now, if you look at the diagram here, you see what? Database, and what we have the server, what? API, logic, and what? Media cache. We have the JSON, and also have the front end. Within the front end, we have HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. That's getting style stage, and also at the internet, and the client. What you see here within the client is things that you see what whenever you visit the website, you see what this client. Back in the server is what is happening logically at the behind the scene, which you cannot see. Front end, and the front end languages to talk about today. Look at HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Java applet. What is the most popular? JavaScript, HTML, and CSS is the only React option for front-end native languages. It's basically standard, but these are many variations on what JavaScript that are used. As I say, what in the front end, talk about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I look at the DOM now. This is a document object model. The DOM now is what? It's model make service, make every addressable item in what web application, an object that can be manipulated for color, transparent, position, sound, and behavior. Every element tag is a DOM object. Okay, as you can see here, I have a document. I have the root with the HTML. We have the element, it can be add, element, the body. These are all what element, also what the tags. Okay, attribute now, like what you think. For example, now like the style, the font, the height, the elements. These are all what the tag. Okay, these are to see what is the sample of what of element, or also tags. As you can see the DOM now, what to call that? CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. These are all made up of what? One thing. Okay, so now let's look at what you call a framework. A software framework is designed to reduce overhead in what? Web application development. And Type of frameworks, architecture, modal view control with the MVC is most popular, push or pull based. Most MVC framework use push based architecture, action based, like for example Django, Ruby on Rails, Soften, Stripe. Push or component based, like Left, Angular, React. In the pull now is that format the request from the server. Type organization, client. The client is only what? The browser you running what? HTML and JavaScript and CSS. Application running the business logic. And database what? Data storage. These are what the three tier what is happening between what any application you see. When you go online, visit the browser, what you see here, for example, you want to log in. You can log in, create your account, but that one you see I just want to interact with the client. Okay. When you click submit, there was about a logic. Accepting information based on what the action you perform within what the user. Okay. If you see whether create an account, you need to enter information like username, password. When you click submit, the number say what to the database here. But the one that connection between this application, business logic with the database, whatever it happens. And we have types of frameworks like what server side like Django, Ruby on Rails, and servers like Laravel, they're all what server side. Spring, they're all server side. Client side, like client side now, talk about what? Angular, React, Vue, and Light. Okay, these are what you find the framework, like the front or the back. I can see the frameworks. Also what? The use of this language is native. The what as framework, as you can see in that diagram here. Okay. All this what within the framework where you can find all these things in one. Okay. Now let's look at where JavaScript frameworks like Angular, JS, Angular 2 or Angular now it has up to 10. ASP.NET, this is what Microsoft. React, this is from what? This one we have Polymer, Ember.js and Vue. This is what? Most popular framework for JavaScript. MVC model control, a web application development framework. Modal, this is for M, where data for DOM is stored and handled, is where the backend connect. And like I said earlier, when we're working a backend, you normally find out that, like for example, you have a database. Let me say table, user table. You have username, password, email. Must correspond with the model. Which part? Must go to the model you created for the database. Okay. The view now. Talk about the view now. What? Thinking of what? Like a page with a single DOM. We are changing it to the page and render and display. But if this is a website, you see what? Interface. Like go to Facebook, Google, YouTube. You can see what the interface you see there at. This is what is the view. What is interact with? This is the website. It's what? The controller now. What you see? Controller now handle user input and interaction. Like most time, when I click submit or login, the what? There must be a connection linked to one page or another. Okay. It's control like modal, you see, as you can see here now, control, update, modify, view like that. Okay, this is the view modal control. Now let's look at the backend. All of the answer that run your application. like web API, connecting layer between the front end and the back end. Connecting through what API called what? Post, get, put. Like a post now, when you what? When you want to submit, let me for example, like you want to create an account, you use post, because what? You need to store the information. Okay? Get now, when you receive what you already saved, like when you are logging, after you already created your account, you want to log in and use what? You use get. Put now like for update everything. For example, be like after you create your account, it be what? Let's for example, you're using social media like Facebook or whatever. After you create your account, you need to what? You need to change your profile. This is what is put. Do what? Do the work of what? API. Transmit content. Transmit content from what? From the back to front. The front end commonly is JSON. JSON is the universal format which we use to copy from the back end to the front. Okay, which can be you understand it when we start with the actual development. Service architecture that drive everything where all logic is formed. What is an API? Intermediary layer between front end and back end system must have if your API will be consumed by third-party resource. Attention to detail. How consumable is the API? Signature, content, negotiation. So this comply with what? Standard response code. Is it secure? How do you handle your multiple version? Is it truly restful? These are all the things you can find on API. An API is very important, especially when you're developing a website application with something you third parties. Let me say I might want to add use of features to YouTube. I don't need to develop a YouTube application, the backend and the crash. Without the API, I can use that API to connect with them. The same thing again, like I want to use login. I might not use to develop a login form from scratch. Okay, but I can use like Facebook or Google. I can use their login API. I just need to enter that credential. Okay, for the process. So I don't need to create that particular application by the API, like payment, So representative state transfer REST, client side, client server, stateless and resource based. Remotely produce. What about HTTP get post return delete? This is what we use under REST. API time get read. As I said earlier, to do information, post, insert like collection, depend, put, replay, that is update, delete, remove. Okay, patch, update. These are what depend to what you want to do. Okay, there are some other things that's very important, especially in the web application. Sometimes when you visit a website, you can see this particular one, this error or this message you see. Like okay, they also represent what? Numbers. Okay, like these are the one 200, 201, 204, 400, 401, 434, these are what? As you can see the interpretation of this. And another thing which is very important as a web application development or developer, the tools are very key. As a developer, you must have these particular tools to speed up your development. Like for example, Chrome, Firefox tool, Postman, Dreamweaver, JIT or source tree, analytic tool, Google and Adobe Analysis. These are the tools that most people, at least as a web developer, you must have. As for example, now like for example with Postman, you can see let me say develop application with clients, you need to connect to the back. I can use the Postman to test this API whether it's working or not. Okay, as you can see here now, there under this. Okay, so Thank you for your attention for a while. We'll continue the next tutorial and how to develop the actual application. We're going to look at those frameworks one by one after the other to see how you can develop a full-fledged application. Thank you very much. I'm Engineer Musa. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you like and share. Thank you very much. Bye.